the same map? Or do you think like Third Impact is going to be able to just kind of go with it?
That's a bit more of a harder question, but I absolutely believe in one thing, and that's the fact of if you played the people as you're about to play again, you keep their same habits in mind, right? You definitely want to use the knowledge it is that you have from the previous games, but you don't want to let that lead your decision making. You don't want to let that lead your sort of perspective into how you approach this map or this game or this set, really. Because they could be different people from back then, right? They could have made their mistakes. They could have had their habits. You have the information, sure, but you don't use that as your guide. You don't use that as your tutorial or your walkthrough on how to beat these guys this time. I'm sure they were taking notes, but if anything, it may have been mental notes. They're not studying it. They're just memorizing it.
Yeah, and we're about to hop right into this pistol round. A quick pick off there for spot up. No, spot up is out of here. So it's all aim, no brain.
Yeah, they slight mishap, but it's completely okay. They do actually manage to make sure that all aim, no brain are doing exactly what they've been doing and just keep that aggression going. Make sure that they actually can keep the sidelines it is that they're holding, keep that perspective in the best way it is that they can, as they've already planted the bomb and really started that aggression. Sage is trying to put up the wall. They actually managed to find a pick, so now it's a 3v3 as opposed to a 4v3. Manages to find another. Cypher finds one of his own, which is dope, because now it's a 3v2. Flashbang ends up going out. They managed to find one more, and there's one person left, except for a few moments later, where he does get picked away, and Third Impact are going to take this first round in the set.
Yeah. I'm actually going to... Wait, hold on. I'm doing notes. I'm doing notes. All right. The one that's labeled Third Impact is actually no aim, no brain, and the one that's labeled spot up is Third Impact.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
so they're swapped.
Don't worry. Yeah, I got it. All right. I'm just making sure that I'm calling everybody about what they need to. There we go. We got it fixed.
Oh no, it is. Sorry, but it's all aim, no brain, not no aim, no brain. Sorry. Yeah, it is all aim and no brain, but that's completely fine. In the situation, the game's already being started once again. Got a 1-0 scenario. They're watching up on high ground on a ramp. Pretty much everyone's where you would expect them to be. No one's doing anything too aggressive yet. The grenade gets tossed out. Ray's trying to check that corner. Cage goes up. They want to be able to push in. He gets shot just a little bit, which is going to force Cypher to retreat behind the box.
So yeah, he's just gonna put his cyber cage down, just to kind of counter the other ones. So if they do decide to push through it, he would have that information. You know, just dancing with that Spectre there. But there is already going to be a pick-off. All aim is going to be able to find the Cypher there, as they're still duking it out in mid.
Yeah, already a good pick, just like you had mentioned before previously. This makes this a 5v4, which makes it a little bit harder for Third Impact to try and make their way into the point and push how they want to. They're in garages over here by A. They want to be a little bit more aggressive. They find their pick thanks to Sage, and that might be their saving grace. They put the wall up. They want to be able to move in. They trade out another kill. An all aim, no brain. Now making it a 4-for-3. Ray's grenades get tossed out. Molotov, shock arrows, everything. The whole 9 yards, but only 4 bodies are found across that 9 yards. The 5th one's still running around as he's going to be taken down too. 4-0. Only 1 member was lost during that round, and 2-0 for all aim, no brain.
Yeah, and they're going to take an early lead here. Just, you know, sitting on those SMGs, just saving up. But this next couple of rounds are going to be very interesting as we come into it. Once again, we have the perspective of Tig here on the Sova. And they're just buying up. I do see 1 Phantom and a Guardian, I believe, there. No, that's 2 Phantoms. For the side of Third Impact already. No. Man, all aim, no brain has already got 2.
I mean, that's good for them as well. I mean, having to be able to buy that is great, but I saw that a couple of them actually had really low gold, or one of them even had 0 gold, I believe, when they bought that Phantom, so they're definitely forced buying this round. They just want to make sure they can keep going. Don't stop with the momentum it is that they already have. And Ray's already pushing up on the ramp, gets rid of 1 of them. That's absolutely insane. Sova takes care of her as she's pushing up, maybe push up a little bit too hard, and Sage is going to find a double. That's going to be even more amazing for her as he comes around the corner. There's Sage on the Third Impact side is going to be taken down. Cypher has to reevaluate what he's about to do.
Yeah, he's got to go and find... First of all, he's got the spike. Now he's just got to figure out where he wants to go with it. It's gonna be an uphill battle for sure. You know, when it is 1v5, but you never know. It's one of those games where if you happen to find the right angle, you find somebody, you can really turn it around.
Well, that is one thing to keep in mind for sure. Third Impact, not really doing too much. Of course, I mean he can. He's only one man against 5 people right now. They've taken out a lot of them earlier on in the game, so that's what's to take away here. So he might be trying to save or just chilling or whatever the case may be. He's not being too aggressive, not pushing out too far. Doesn't see a need to.
Yeah, and honestly, it's probably good to save here if he can. Just make sure that, you know, keep that econ rating up. Keep your guns. Oh, but that's not going to be the case. They go a little bit hunting there, as Inksy is going to be able to get that final kill.
You really do hate to see it, man. You really do hate to see it. He was trying to make sure he could save, and a very commanding lead from All Aim No Brain. 3-0. The game's still early, but it certainly doesn't feel that way based off of how All Aim No Brain are playing. And I don't know, man. You asked me earlier about whether I felt like they were actually going to use the notes it was they had earlier. And I said maybe a little bit, but it definitely seems like they were studying it. There's no memorization here. They know what they want to go for.
Yeah, and right now you do see another kind of safe buy here by Third Impact, as they're going to try to make their way here. They're not showing anything right now. They're just kind of chilling on A side.
Oh man, another early game pick for All Aim No Brain. Dude, they get rid of one. That makes a 5v4 scenario. Shooting up early on ramp. That's a second one. That's a third. A fourth gets taken down. Cypher's one of the only ones remaining, as they have 3 members on the side of All Aim No Brain. Only 1 member left on the side of Third Impact.
Yeah, and he's only got a ghost right now, but you know, honestly, they kind of knew that they were not going to have that round,
right?
Playing into the pistols, but you know, it is an eco round if you can save a little bit. But that was quite the turnaround, honestly, coming out by Duck here.
Yeah, he's going to try and use the reticle and make sure that he leads his shots around the corner, making sure that he's peeking every angle it is that he is trying to potentially overtake and check on. Just like last time, he is one of the only ones remaining on Third Impact's side, creeping his way up and trying to creep through mid is what's important here. We have Brimstone just chilling up on ramps, at least by ramps with A side. It does seem like they know that he's B side. There's someone at least watching in the back, a little bit towards alleyway, that knows that he might be coming up there and gets the nice headshot. Spike gets dropped, so does the body, and follows soon after. 4-0 for All Aim No Brain.
Yeah, Silence is just going to be able to, you know, silence Duck there as he's trying to make his way up to not the lemonade stand, but to, you know, the B point. But yeah, that's just how it is. A little bit of a roll coming out from All Aim No Brain. Maybe they were able to take a nap during that time and reset a little bit. But Third Impact, just getting off of that last game, right. they are probably equally as well rested. They're just ready to go.
Yeah,
still an early game. Not a lot to take away from yet.
It seems like that is exactly the case. But Third Impact doesn't seem like it seems like that could be the case, but it doesn't seem like Third Impact are ready to follow through on that line of thinking yet, as they're still behind in quite a few rounds. Sage Slow Orb goes out, at least close enough to Garage. Cypher camera is there, so he's able to at least watch directly down that line of sight. Such a good camera. Such a good character as well, being able to provide so much utility for the rest of his team. But I digress. It seems like everyone's just sort of waiting, playing slow, not really doing too much. First couple shots ring true. That's because they're trying to take care of some traps with some other funky business. They're moving in, but they're not being overly aggressive about it.
Yeah, and once again, I have a lot of friends who play Cypher, but they come from like the Rainbow Six Siege group where, you know, you always have cameras. You have, you have your drone that you can put out, just, ride around, spot out where the bomb is, go from there. But All Aim No Brain, just removing the brains of Third Impact as they keep trying to funnel in through here.
It seemed like it could have been going potentially good for Third Impact. They found that first pick, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be much else, especially since Third Impact are going to be the ones that are on the receiving end once again. They got that first blood, but still not enough despite all of that. They're just all rotating around, being more aggressive than anything. They all rotate as a team. This is what I was talking about earlier. You saw all of them scrambling for the lines. They know or at least they knew where he was, and they take care and clean up the rest of the team. That is what is important to remember here.
Yeah, they rolled out like SEAL Team 6, just all going on their
Exactly.
toes and just, you know,
Like
figuring out,
like
finding...
Autobots.
There you go. A full squad just getting on the ropes and finding out who they need to find. So, yeah, this is some good momentum coming out from All Aim No Brain. As Third Impact is going to try to maybe make a dent in their role. But once again, we were stating that, you know, playing attack on this does kind of feel like an uphill battle.
Mm-hmm. It really does. And we're able to see that for sure. Breeze Charge goes out. They want to make sure that they can not let anyone push any more forward than they need to. It's already hard enough to push in through mid and by ramp, but to do this in the way that it is, it's even more so difficult. It's either they're trying to fight through mid, though, push up a little bit through heaven, and Brimstone Smoke gets dropped, but they don't know where anybody is. They haven't seen anybody on ramp, or at least anywhere close to that, so they have to be a little bit more careful with how they're trying to push in. It seems like a lot of them are just really stuck waiting in where that Brimstone Smoke is. They're just trying to figure out how they should attack, what point of advantage should they take, and it seems like the bullets, the answer is finally found, but it might not be the answer they were looking for, as we have a 4-3 on the side of Third Impact. They've lost more than All Aim No Brain have, which that's extremely upsetting, especially if you're trying to gather your thoughts and just try and do what you can.
Yeah, I think they tried something out there, but they were just prepared. They were sitting up on A ramps and waiting for them to make that one quick push, and you know, maybe a little bit of a pre-fire. We don't know. But Flash trying to go out from Ojai.
Yeah. There's the flash at least a little bit up by where Heaven is, but doesn't find any marks. He does find, at least maybe, they found each other. Raze and Sage are going to take each other out. Nice shots from everybody. An even better shot from Sova. He's going to make sure that he gets that headshot. They finish off Brimstone as well. And a 6-0 already for All Aim No Brain.
Yeah, they're just locking down Split as hard as they can. Making sure that maybe they can carry this into the second half here, using that whole defensive advantage a little bit to their favor.
Yeah, maybe they can try and find a way back up, or at least crawl their way up, especially with how big this lead is just continually growing. Not a single round. Kills were found, but they weren't enough to close out the rounds it was that they needed. And now we're looking at a 6-0. Very, very dangerous, and this is always the hardest part, man. Trying to push this ramp is so hard to do because of the fact of situations like this. They have such good line of sights on you. They find so many. They get one kill after the next, and this is seeming like a wash right now. A flawless victory for All Aim No Brain.
Yeah, they were just reading them out on A. They're like, you know what? They tried to push them all there. We might as well, you know, wait for their initial push and then maybe throw a couple things down there. If it's confirmed, then yeah, we go for it. So currently 7-0, going towards All Aim No Brain. Looks like they do, you know, obviously have brains, but they also do have the aim to back it up.
Yeah, I said it earlier. This game, at least on their team, they clearly have the aim sense, but they're not worried about the game sense, right? Like they just make sure that they hit their shots, clean up where they need to. You got an angle I'm holding, I've got an angle is that you're holding, but if you ever need help, you can bet your butt that I'll already be over there on my way. Nice kills coming out though from the Cypher. That's the most important thing here. That's probably one of the more dominating performances I've seen. Thanks to the Neuralink, he's able to actually get more kills than they probably would have expected. Very, very well done. Able to clean up quite a few of them. Third Impact, they're looking like they're trying to fight back. They don't want to go down not swinging.
Yeah, 100%. They're just trying to find a little bit of momentum going in here. It's just going to leave one, but he's trying to even it out there. He does pick off Duck. He's looking at another one.
No. That's super unfortunate. Flash goes out.
Yeah, Sim's on this breach, and he's going to get brought down pretty quickly there. You know, it was a lot of information he was given, what direction he was going, but, you know, finally, Third Impact does get one under their belt.
Yeah, that is a good start, at least. That is a great start. Started a bit late, but it's important that you actually get what you need at the end of the day, and at this point, it was a round is what we were talking about. A round is what Third Impact will get. That is clinical. Super, super important for them to be able to try and pull through.
Very important indeed. But yeah, you know, you got to get the ball rolling at some point, and if you want to get it rolling now, it's better to have a score that is you know, maybe 7-5 rather than, you know, 12-0. So
Right, exactly.
you know, any win is a win, especially on these rounds where, you know, attacking might be a little bit more difficulty. Will be a little bit more difficult going into it.
I talked about the raised grenade. They want to try and create an opening for themselves. You know, they're around the corner, obviously watching firefights happening back and forth. No one seems to be committing to anything too hard though. The score once again is still 7-1. Everyone's really taking their time.
Yeah, AGM does find a quick
Oof.
pick off there, but it is going to be enough for them to clean up. Third Impact going to be trying to lock down A this time. It's caught a couple of them by surprise. This is kind of the momentum that they wanted.
Exactly. Managed to wall off one area leading into A bomb. He's towards the back, towards alley. That's very, very smart by them to be able to do that. Cuts off their ways of entry and makes sure they have at least a watch on a good amount of things. Takes the rappel down, gonna take it right back up. Peeked around the corner just for a little bit, not gonna find too much. Use the neural link though, already finds one. He's gonna try and find the second, but that's not gonna be it. Only thing it is he's gonna find is a couple bullets to the head, and that's gonna be it for this round as Third Impact makes themselves a 7-2.
Yep, they're trying to look for their third win here on this specific round. So it is 7-2. But they are trying to find a little bit of momentum. They try to shake it up on them a couple of times, and you know, planting A is going in their favor. But I honestly think that it's just a great performance by Duck on that Cypher, just finding the right pickoffs when he needs to, and getting them early and making sure that, you know, they do get the prioritized pick. It happens to be on a Sage, so no res available for the rest of Third Impact, especially during that round.
Yeah, round has just ended up starting as well. Everyone's sort of, once again, taking their time, but we have a little bit more aggressiveness in terms of the Brimstone smokes. Making sure they watch those line of sights. They're actually getting kind of worried now. Hunter's Fury actually comes out, finds exactly what he needs. A couple good shots lead to one good kill, and that's important. They were able to secure that. Peeks around the corner, pre-fires just a tiny bit, but most of the time just tries to engage in that firefight. Doesn't really find what he needs to. So he's going to back off and retreat.
Yeah, so the wall is currently up at the moment, and they'll see if Third Impact is going to wait that out or trying to attempt to push it, as Inksy is just trying to get around that corner there, making sure that if they do peek, you know, maybe we can get the shot early.
Right. Just depends on how they will execute this. They find another kill, all aim, no brain. Find two. Does not leave very many left in the face of Third Impact. They find one at least, but that's a 1v4. If anything, they clean up the rest of the kills. Sova, very well done by him. Manages to take care of what is left of team of Third Impact. Now making this an 8-1.
Yeah, as we are going to be moving on into this. Let's see, gonna put up the camera in the corner. Just kind of dip away, you know, 8-2. We're moving on. There's only going to be 2 more rounds on this side before the half. So, kind of getting a couple of these wins now, especially if you're Third Impact, I feel like it's going to probably play out later, especially when, you know, it is split, kind of a defender-heavy map. So, we'll see how they play it out here.
Yeah, we will have to see how they play it out indeed. So they're taking a little bit more slow, but this is sort of deja vu. They're just playing around this smoke, trying to get what they can. If anything, they're just going to wait for a little bit longer, tosses some stuff in there. They're going to get rid of one. That's a good sign for Third Impact, but all aim, no brain. Not taking this one gently, as they're going to be able to wipe 3 off of the board from Third Impact. This is sort of a slaughter right now, honestly.
Yeah, and Spike is still down towards B, so if they do find a pick off, you know, on B, they might want to rotate in, but they do get tagged up, and they're gonna get tagged up by the bullets as well.
Oh man!
There's a Third Impact. Buds on this Sage does have res available, but probably won't use it. Probably wants to save it.
Ooh,
does find the Silver around the corner, looking at the Cypher, but it's not gonna win that fight.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate that she wasn't able to get that. But at the end of the day, you try and take out who you can. It was either that or save, and it seemed like she wanted to go the more aggressive route. So kudos to her for at least being able to take out one on the side of Third Impact.
So yeah, this is the last round and a half before we get into the next flip here. So teams are obviously going to be spending up what they can and what they decide to run.
Yeah, it's up in the air for now. No one has made it to the second part yet, as just like you were saying. No one's fully transitioned over. Everyone still has their money. Everyone still has their guns, if they provided they hadn't died. So it should be okay for the most part. It's just a matter of how they want to approach the situation from where they are right now. Nice shot.
Oh, yeah, what a great headshot. Even though he was taking the elevator up, still able to find a couple picks there. As all aim, no brain does lose another member there. But most important thing, both stages are down, so no healing, no reses.
Yeah, that is something to keep in mind for sure. Not having that res, not having that healing is what's important here, and it seemed like all aim, no brain are really on the back foot as they have 3 members to third impact's 4. This is the kind of stuff it is you have to be worried about, especially if you're a team with the momentum that you have in terms of all aim, no brain. You definitely don't want this taken away from you. You definitely have to make sure you hold and do a little bit better overall to make sure you don't end up losing the entire game.
Off your feet!
Yeah, just holding, hugging this corner, maybe taking the rope. There we go. Going up. They do find another pick there. All aim, no brain, going to be trading that out. As, yeah, they're just playing it quietly. Only, 25 seconds left in this round. Just trying to maybe find a place to take the bomb here.
Yeah, they're just weighing their options right now. Not really overcommitting, not being too overzealous on a lot of different stuff. They actually managed to plant the bomb as well, which is going to cause the members of the defenders to move over where they need to see fit and move over quickly. Don't rush, but definitely got time. You're definitely racing against the clock for this one. Shots go out, abilities as well. Just make sure they check and pre-fire around set corners. They managed to find one. That's important. They find the second. Can they find the third? The 3 amigos might end up being gone, and that is the case. They find the bomb. They find the bodies. They find the kills that they needed, and they ultimately find that round at a 10 to 2.
Yep, 10-2. Going into the half here, all aim, no brain. Just have to lock down 3 attack rounds. Meanwhile, third impact might be able to find the same luck as all aim, no brain coming into this last half here.
Well, I mean, they have to. I mean, the score is 10-2 at this point. You got to be asking yourself what it is that you guys could be fixing. You don't really have much time left at this point to try and fight back against the boys and all on the team of all aim at no brain.
So yeah, we'll see what they decide to roll out here. Once again, it's pistol rounds. Everything's reset. Let's just see how it goes once the screens come down. Have another couple seconds.
Let me find you again.
But it does look like they are all clumped up on A. They look like they might just want to go quick. Something that we've seen them do before.
Here we go. This is the boys on attack. You already see them running in. They're checking the angles. They're peeking where they need to. Raise grenade goes out. A couple shots being fired as well up on high ground, but they actually lose one. Or sorry, no, they don't lose one. They actually take one. Third impact is missing one member. As all aim, no brainer trying to push in. Nice chart. Nice shots around the corner with the breach. This is one of his more damaging abilities, and they actually managed to find the kills that they need, but it's not going to be enough as all aim, no brain just have the momentum and have the body count to be able to rack those points up and make sure they have some good econ coming in the next round. Raze is the only one that's alive. She shot the camera. She tried to shoot whoever else was left, but it's not going to end well ultimately for her. Yep.
And then, all aim, no brain, just slowly moving into the second map with the lead. You only need 2 more round wins in order to lock that down. So we'll see if third impact can find a little bit of momentum trying to come into this tail end. But it has been a really aggressive push by all aim, no brain. They just roll into A as quickly as they can. But we'll see if they decide to switch it up.
Yeah, we will have to see if that is the case, of course. But smoke screens go down in mid. Everyone's sort of holding their angle, trying to watch as best as they can. The left-hand side. It doesn't seem like they know. Well, they definitely know that they're there. They already pre-fired around the corner. But it doesn't seem like they know what they want to do entirely. Yeah, they actually forced him back, which is what's huge here. They move out of the way of the breach. They know that he's around that corner. They know he hasn't really gone anywhere, but they actually managed to trade out 1-for-1. It's the most important thing. Tries to put up the wall. They do. The grenades come out. They find the damage, but Sage just heals all of that right back up with third impact being at the numbers discrepancy here. More than just a discrepancy, they are at a loss potentially with a 4v2 scenario. Really make that a 4v1 scenario, as Brimstone is one of the only ones that is surviving at this point in time on the side of third impact. With the bomb planted, it's going to be a long battle for him to try and fight back onto point.
Yeah, it's going to be only Rami here on third impact trying to go up against the world, and that's not going to be the case.
Nah, they take care of the Sage, and that's pretty much all she wrote. We were looking at a 12-2 right now, a literal 10-point discrepancy, a 10-point distance that the boys in blue really have to try and make sure that they can climb their way back up. Or let's say the boys in turquoise, third impact, are really far behind in terms of whether it be their econ or their kills, but that doesn't matter anything, especially if you're down by 2-12. You know what has to be fixed, and at this point you really just decide, hey, do we just give this up? It's a 1st-2, or do you try and tough it out?
Yeah, this is really an uphill battle. They got to win 11 in a row. Let's see if they can do it. But that doesn't look like it's that good.
Doesn't look like
Quick pick coming out from All Aim No Brain, but they're going to trade another one. But third impact still loses another player. So All Aim No Brain going to be up a player and still have their Sage available too. So third impact is playing at the numbers that they have.
Yeah, they definitely lost a majority of their team for sure. There's not many people left. Cage goes up, but they know that people are there that they want to be able to aggress, but it doesn't seem like they're going to allow them to do so. Nice shot around the corner, dude. Just a headshot. Peeking a little bit too far and being a little bit too overzealous. Looking at Heaven, Brimstone has already used the smoke to make sure that that is up there. Doesn't look like anyone's there, though, but he is on his way, at least all the way through the back of alley, trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught out. At the same time, making sure that he can make it there in time for his team. The Hunter's Fury actually goes out. She steps out of the way. Not going to worry too much about it. Sage still has a couple of her abilities left.
Yeah, Rami looking to drop the orbital strike. Just coming down. He's going to be able to find one in the back, and you know that's all she wrote right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit more anticlimactic than I was hoping, honestly. It was more so just, oh, well, orbital strike goes down. Okay, this could be the sick turning point. Nah, we're good. Just 13-2. Let's finish it off at that point, man. What a game.
Yeah, they're just trying to shut the door immediately, but All Aim No Brain going to be taking the lead in the series. But, you know, it's definitely not out. Third impact get to pick the map coming into this next one. I don't know if there's any repeat clause, you know, but honestly, I don't think that they would want to go back on to split.
Yeah, no, it seems like All Aim No Brain have that map already figured out, so I don't know if I would want to go back there either, even if you do think you have another chance. The defender's advantage can just be a little bit too much, but it's I don't know, man. I don't know what third impact have to be able to do in order to make sure that they can find at least one win in this overall set.
Yeah, they might have to, you know, throw Shinji back in the robot.
Right, yeah.
They need some magic to go through here, as third impact is going to be facing off against All Aim No Brain. This is going to be the grand finals series that we have going on here. But yeah, All Aim No Brain is going to be taking the lead with that first game. We won't know what the next map is going to be until they decide to pick it up. But honestly, like the gameplay, like even though it did look pretty one-sided, I feel like it does show a lot of the creativity when it comes to like using the cipher cameras, being able to use the scans, you know, especially in these kinds of tactical shooter games, information is key.
Exactly.
And we're learning a lot about that, you know, using Sova and Cypher to get the information, and then using Breach to make sure that, you know, they're disoriented through walls so you don't have to peek it immediately. It's just a lot of synergy coming out from there. It was, once again, a full mirror match. Oh, my bad. Third Impact ran a Raze versus All Aim No Brain decided to run a Sova. Right. So it was literally that difference that gave them a little bit more information versus a little bit more firepower.
Right, exactly. The Hunter's Fury came into play as well. You actually managed to get one of the kills with a shock arrow too. I guess just too much utility, too much damage on the side of all aim no brain. Just making sure they can actually, do what it is that their name dictates and make sure they can actually push in a little bit more aggressive. And it seems like, based off of where it is I'm getting for production, Haven will be the next map it is that we're playing on. Huge map. We saw both of these teams play on this map earlier, but who will be the one that comes out on top? This is what is interesting. This is very interesting. Being able to see Haven once again, such a big map spread out through so many different areas, 3 bomb sites as opposed to the normal 2 on both bind and split. This could go not only either way, but this could be very important if they aren't too careful.
Yeah, and what this also does is that it locks in probably the last map to be bind, which was the one that Third Impact had prior to this set. So they do decide to go Haven. Once again, 3 points. It's a lot of space to cover if you're a defender. But if you play it correctly, you can always have a lot of presence regardless of where you actually finally decide to set up. So we see once again kind of the same loadout, same character rosters coming in here.
Yeah, it seems like this is about sort of similar, but Kanashii, my friend, this is where I'm a little bit worried. So Haven, I had said it, I had heard it, we all heard it, chat heard it, I heard it. We already know what map this is because this game's already started. When all aim no brain played on this map last time, even though Echo did very well with how they played against them, they steamrolled very hard because this is a part of the strategy it is they have. They know this map, they know Haven, and you already see them pushing in through garage window, trying to keep that pressure up. Smokes go down by the brimstone, and they managed to actually find the first kill. This is what I was worried about. You have the situation where you actually play on this Haven right now, and you're already looking at a situation where most of your team is gone. They know how to play this map. We've seen them on this map. We can see the work they put in as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling confident about this for Third Impact already.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, once again, we saw All Aim No Brain play this map earlier. They just, they did the same thing. They want the pizza. They hit W. They don't hold shift. Or if they do, it's only for tactical, you can't hear them reasons.
Right.
They just want to go. They're saying, the longer we take to push a certain site, the more time it gives the defending side to rotate over. So they're just like, let's go. So
Right, exactly.
It's one of those things where, at least for the Overwatch training camps that I help out with at the school, we tell them, you know what, we're gonna unbind your S key. You're not allowed to go backwards. It seems like, maybe they did the same thing. Maybe they just don't go backwards. They only go
long. This is so reminiscent, dude. I'm getting deja vu. I'm so worried for Third Impact, man. This is absolutely crazy. They've played this way on this map before. Being able to know that this is where you could potentially end things off at. Everyone's standing in the Molotov area. Third Impact just making sure that they just kill themselves off, give that round to them, and still, we saw this before, but I don't know if I agree with it. This is I don't know. I just don't. I just don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, once again, Third Impact did this on the split map that they ended up winning, but it does feel kind of weird. You're just literally handing over a map. Like, I do understand, yeah, you might be losing in terms of the gun advantage,
right.
But what if you need that last map? What if it comes down to 12-13 and you could have won it off of that last one? There's always the what if factor here.
Right.
But yeah, the answer we'll never know. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? We will never know.
Yeah, we'll never know the true number.
So yeah, we'll see if All Aim No Brain can hold them off here. Once again, they do use a flash trying to get into garage here.
It's already good. The Third Impact were able to get that kill as well. It was very, very well done by them. They're able to actually push in, being a little bit more aggressive. They're the ones trying to make sure they can clean out the spots that they need to, but my goodness, you have Sage on the double kill already. We try and even it up across the board, but that's not going to be the case, my friend, especially now when All Aim No Brainer on in town, feeling this map for sure. I'm pretty sure feeling themselves a 2-0 already. Third Impact, dude, just struggling. If you weren't curious now, chat, as to why I was worried, if you didn't manage to catch the games earlier, if you haven't been here all day, this is why I was worried. This is why this was a problem. This is why I was scared about these guys being able to be on this map and not feeling pressure. They know how to play this map. They have way too many rotation spots. They've talked about this map. I feel like they have dreams about this map almost every time it is that they play. And because of this, Cypher can't even push in to try and contest them on the point.
Yeah, and it feels like he might just want to save up this round, but I do agree. I feel like, All Aim No Brain may have this, plastered up on their ceiling at night. They just stare at this map. They know every rotation. They're just like, okay, you know what? Let's just go down C long. Let's just go quick. We'll go through the garage. Well, yeah, maybe we'll lose one here, but it's all good. We just lock it down, make sure that the spike is down, and, make sure that they can't get there. So it is a very impressive hold coming out from All Aim No Brain as they hold it down here on Haven.
Yeah, they can't find a way in. Third Impact really not having any impact at this point, really just firing rubber bullets at this point, not even making sure that they can push in and try and, not necessarily, I shouldn't say in, but try and regain their momentum, try and find something to make sure they can hold on to it. Maybe the start of this op, watching C long, a typical strategy it is that we see all of the time, no matter where it is that you're playing. Maybe this could be the start of something it is that they might actually be able to deal with. There's the peek, actually gets the shot, nice and well done by All Aim No Brain.
Yep, Ink C, or In Sky is just waiting there.
Yeah.
Good pickup on the op. Once again, C long is like one of those angles that you can hold, and he finds another one as well. So Third Impact already down 2.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the Beard Bros and Hat Man trying to get onto these points.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here in these streets for sure. For your Third Impact, they managed to find another kill, dude. I mean, it's matches like these that can be kind of hard to commentate because you see what happens when it ends like 13-2 or at least 13-3 towards the end. But there's a situation like this where it's happening. It seems like it's going to happen again. It's just steamrolling at this point. This is looking free, like sale, like really like discounted. This is like a discounted victory, if anything.
Yeah, Third Impact is just Rami, just trying to save, maybe trying to hide, but All Aim No Brain is trying to take whatever they can here, and they are gonna get it.
Man, oh man, dude, like this is murder. Like I don't know how any way else to put it. I mean, I would find a way to put it a different way, but no disrespect to Third Impact at all. They've been playing extremely well. It's just in this situation, it is just hard to be able to try and fight back, or I really should say bounce back from a good performance you had earlier up until now. All Aim No Brain, dude. Like that. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. It's just hard for them to fight.
Yeah, and they are going to be able to have a couple rifles here, but once again, In Sky just going to be sitting on the sitting with this off on C long, playing it pretty quietly now. Dig is going to be sending out his owl drone, and Wall's just going to be saying nope, no going here. But it does look like they are going to go B.
Oof.
Does catch a bullet to the spine there. They're slowly trying to trade this out if they can. Couple more fall from Third Impact, but Third Impact evens it out, but it's not going to be enough. Another pick going their way. Now just the Sage.
Nice. That is what we love to see.
Yep, we needed that. They needed that momentum going into it. So Third Impact being able to get that off. And that's a big mental victory for them.
Yeah, it is. That is a very, very good job for them to be able to fight back and really just try and regain the control it is that they've lost over a period of time. But that is a very good point to start at, having a 4-1 score. Very, very very good start for them, especially since the game is so close now. It's best to get it now as opposed to anything else. But this is it. This is them trying to be more aggressive. This is them trying to find and take a page out of All Aim No Brain's book. But they already lose one, but they managed to trade that out 1-for-1, which is great. They're racking up the kills in their favor. Now it's a 3v4, but Brimstone's looking pretty low. All Aim No Brain have their Sage, but in response to that, The other team doesn't. Nice wait in the corner. Manages to pick off a couple. Now they don't either. Gets one. The smoke is there for Brimstone, but he has to make his way up to heaven. Can't really find any other way. Doesn't want to push and be a little bit too aggressive. Not more than he would have to handle.
Yeah, maybe he's going to decide to save here, but honestly, Third Impact taking a page out of All Aim No Brain's book. Oh, he's up on that railing.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, he's just maybe waiting for the rotations, maybe after bomb is planted. But we'll see if anybody decides to roll out towards their spawn. But it honestly looks like Third Impact is just, you know, finding exactly what they needed to. They're hitting W, they're going quick. You know, just cue the Euro beat. These guys are just going
right, exactly. It's a good way that they were able to actually regain the momentum. They got what they needed. They got 2 rounds, and no more or no sooner than when it was necessary for certain. I mean, they All Aim No Brain are still in control here, but if you're retaking the game or seemingly retaking the game at this point, that's what's important. But I haven't seen All Aim No Brain lose on this map yet today, so I would be still worried.
Yeah, we could put that stat up somewhere. We're just like, you know, All Aim No Brain 2-0 today on Haven.
Right.
But you know, I don't want to caster's curse anything, but you know, if they're holding pretty well, you know, track records do prove themselves.
Yeah, it definitely seems like for right now that they are really staying in control. They actually managed to get so many kills. It comes up on the side of Third Impact. That is what they needed more than anything. Yes, this is exactly what it is that we want to see. We want to see some more Valorant people. We want to be able to see these players go neck and neck, and it's just not good to see people getting trounced on like this. And I mean, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but it's good that Third Impact have some bark still left in their bite.
Yeah, and that was quite impressive, honestly, just finding the 2 around on A short and just being able to lock down the point. Oh, but AGM, he's on the hunt. They're getting pretty close to each other. Is he going to be able to spot them out on C? Maybe he might make the full rotation, but it looks like All Aim No Brain, you know, hiding out on C. You know, C stands for campfire, and that's probably what they're lighting up over there. Yeah, meanwhile, the rest of the team is just locking it down, you know?
Yeah, they're just chilling. They're not even going to try and aggress on that one. They still have plenty of time to be able to try and make something work. They actually get the shot onto the Rays, which is really, really unfortunate for them. That's big time unfortunate, considering the fact that they did have the lead. They were able to regain control, but one of their teammates still died. I mean, he has to rebuy, so that could be rough, but hopefully they can shake that off, keep moving forward, especially since they're already winning with so many different perspectives on their side.
Yeah, and this time Tig on the Sova is going to be picking up that op instead of InSky, who had it earlier. So we'll see what they decide to use with that, what angle he's going to decide to hold too.
They're watching A short. Seems like they're just being aggressive in B. Doesn't look like anyone else is there. Orbital Strike ends up coming out. Ray's grenade gets tossed over the Sage wall as well. They're not really finding any kills, but there's a lot of things being thrown and whipped at this point. They're going to be the ones that find the first kill. Going to be All Aim No Brain. Usually the Orbital Strike almost got hit through the wall right there. Nice awareness and being able to keep control of that little corner. Finds one. 2 HP literally left. Breach charge goes out, or not even breach charge. The ultimate comes through. Rolling Thunder follows in, and they managed to make this a 1v2. Sova finds a kill, going around the corner, trying to check and see if he's there, but he's not. He actually gets shot right in the back. Very, very well done by Third Impact.
Yeah, Third Impact tying up the score now, and that's exactly what we were wanting to see. Especially, we want a tight, competitive game, especially after that last one. But yeah, it's pretty even right now. Third Impact just finding 4 in a row and just starting to find their footing, find their momentum coming into this next couple rounds. But we'll definitely have to see how it turns out coming out into, you know, the next 4 rounds before the half, because you know you want that momentum going into the next pistol round.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very good that this game is evened up. They're able to fight back neck and neck, tooth and nail, just making sure they can keep this pressure going. But All Aim No Brain are going to find the first blood during this round. Sova Arrow goes out, just make sure you can gain some more intel. But now we're looking at a 1-for-1 trade, 4v4. Very important, but Sage is going to make that uneven as she now makes it a 4v3. But more bodies keep dropping. It seems like Third Impact are the ones that are in control, slowly regaining themselves. This is what's important here, folks, is being able to recognize what it is you're doing wrong and being able to rectify that. And it seems like, for the most part, that Third Impact have that figured out. Bomb is planted. They're looking towards A. Throws up the camera. You want to get a little bit of extra sight. Knows where they are. He's going to be careful about peeking this. He actually fires the shot and get rid of one. There's one more left. Raises below him. Manages to find the shot. And immediately gets the headshot. Around the corner, he's going to be able to clutch this one out, and Third Impact are going to be able to manage to do that. The spray followed by the teabag. Very, very well done by these boys. They're going to try and make sure they keep on trucking forward.
Yeah, and now it's just a swing of momentum this time. They're feeling a Third Impact. Just you thought that they were down. They lost a couple players. They used the res in order to bring back AGM back into the fight. And, he was the one who helped get the initial pick and be able to lock down the final point. So, very good read on Bud's part to just bring him back into that fight. And now they have the lead. So, it's a lot to keep track of right now.
Yeah, it's earlier in the game. Just pop those ultimates. No reason to save them. You could just gain them back as the time gets there, at least by another half. But 3 to 4. Third Impact. They're waking up. They found themselves the opportunity that they've needed, and they don't want to miss it, especially when they are left with one more person to kill. Third Impact, 4 people to 1. Coming around that corner, he's going to put a bullet directly into the skull of Sova, leave him in the dust, now making this a game more in favor of Third Impact.
Yeah, and they decided, foot on gas only, let's go. And yeah, they were just taking over B as quickly as they can.
Yeah, they definitely were holding that W key for sure. They want to keep the momentum they have. They want to keep the aggression going. They want to make sure that these people don't overcome them in a way that would be not only embarrassing, but I'm sure hurtful to a lot of these guys who have worked so hard to make their way to this stage, or at least really to this point, if anything, be able to try and win some good amount of cash. Pushing in through the smoke, they know that is there. They managed to take off one. Peeking around the corner, they know Cypher's there as well. They find another. All aim, no brain are really just trying to wake up here. They get another kill, but every kill is met with another as they are evening out this team size, one after one. But coming around that corner, being very aggressive, shooting behind that crate on the right. Sova's over there, peeks out around, gets one and actually gets 2. They finish that off and defuse the bomb. All aim, no brain aren't going to let this one go free.
Yeah, and they're just trying to tie up the score before the half, but it's 5-6 right now. Very good gameplay coming out. I thought, the full deny wall was going to be the end of that, but just really, really good use by InSky to just get over the wall, turn the corner, find the quick pick on Duck, and then just keep moving forward.
Very, very important for him to be able to do that for sure. Right now, though, it seems like the game is slowly evening itself back up. 5-6. It is looking looking closer and closer. The gap is there, but it definitely seems like Third Impact have really have really awakened to something, and we do love to see it. Shock arrow. What I saw, shock arrow. Excuse me. Sorry. Sonar arrow goes immediately out. First kill, followed by a second on Third Impact. This is a 3v5 now. Shots are coming through. Raise grenade gets tossed out, gets a little bit more damage, and they're actually going to be able to find more and more kills, one after the other. Flawless victory for Third Impact as they make this a 5-7.
Yeah, and a 5-7 going into the half. It's going to be really important going into this. So, pistol phase. We'll see what they decide to pick up. Is it ghost? Is it armor? Armor utilities. All of that is really important.
Yeah, seems to be a ghost for the most part, though. Not really deviating too much from the norm, or at least what we've seen so far. Definitely seems like they're really just going for they're just going for the standard ghost bot. Let's go out, try and pop some heads, see what it is that we can do. And now, though, it seems like all aim, no brain, or they're trying to get things started with the aggression. They're really just trying to keep a watchful eye on everything. Vessels are out and ready. Coming around the corner, checking one after the other.
Yeah, and they're looking for that W. They obviously know where the W key is.
Right.
As they're heading over into A. But we'll see if they try to make this full push here. They do spot one going down through rotation. They're gonna make the full rotate. They're like, oh, okay, we're going this way now.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely going to try and take advantage of that. Somebody was watching at least double doors, garage window, but it's not going to be enough as he's going to have to realize that they need to rotate soon. They're actually going to try and change a lot of how they're going to be approaching these fights. They get breach charged, but it's nothing really too crazy.
Yeah, and they do try to even it out, but oh man, the multiple kills coming out, flying out by Silence. It's just gonna be able to clean up the rest and Duck. Trying to get the rest of it as well. Oh, Lion.
4K, dude. Come on, man. You can't be sleeping on these guys. We can't sleep on either of these teams. What's happening? It's going back and forth. It is so... I really do love to see this type of play, but at the same time, it's like these brief moments, these spurts of greatness aren't doing really anyone any sort of good. Third Impact are the ones in the lead with the 8-5 already, and all aim, no brain, just trying to find a way in, trying to find a way to regain their footing. It's just not working.
Yeah, and Third Impact is starting to find their momentum, find their rhythm a little bit. And if we did look back at the scoreboard, it pretty much just came down to the momentum. You saw that, you know, All Aim No Brain won 5 in a row, and now Third Impact is winning, you know, going on 8 in a row, 9 in a row now. But, you know, they're just trading these out right now. Boom, flawless round coming out from Third Impact. Just a clean round now.
Yeah, I Third Impact, if you're listening, if you got our stream open in the background for some odd reason while you're trying to play this game, when I know you need sound for it, one, shame on you, but also two, I take back what I said earlier about me being worried about all aim, no brain. This is their map. I was a little bit confused before. I'll take it back. I will take it back entirely. I definitely will not. I will not bring that up again after this point. It's just a little bit too much to handle. Third Impact have waken up. They found out what they have needed to do, and now they're utilizing it to the best of their ability.
Yeah, they're just trying to clean up the rest of this now. So, all aim, no brain. It's got to maybe start using that brain a little bit more as they're going on through this game. Like, yeah, it's cool that you know, named yourselves like that, but Third Impact is just coming in, hitting hard as they are slowly making their approach here.
Yeah, they got to hit back just as hard in this situation. They take care of one dude. They are just not ready for the onslaught. 2 kills, a double for Cypher. They're actually able to at least open something up with their Sova finding one. But they really want to try and go for this A push. The breach charge gets used, goes to the wall. Now another one comes through, gets him knocked up. Nothing coming around on that side. They know that he's coming from the left side, at least in mid. Goes up the Sage, Orb slow, just a little bit out of reach, but he doesn't want to peek, doesn't want to deal with that too much. They shoot to the wall, they actually managed to get the shots. And that is another member down, all aim, no brain.
Yeah, that wall bang is pretty brutal, not gonna lie. You're just stuck between a pile of ice and a wall that can be shot through. So unfortunate for them, but really good play by Duck on Third Impact, being able to, you know, tell them, you know, you should have ducked, but my crosshair's already on your head. It's too late. Oh, but Duck gets caught there, trying to go as All Aim No Brain has one last person here. Yeah,
there's one person remaining. Just like you were saying on the side of All Aim No Brain, they're pushing in for the plant. They're coming through short. They actually managed to get the blind at the perfect time. Just as he drops it down, they're going to come around and make sure that Sage is out of here. Another win for Third Impact. This is looking phenomenal for them, dude.
Yeah, it's looking very good for Third Impact. They picked the map. They wanted it. It was not looking that hot going into it, but it looks like they are, you know, finding their momentum once again. They're doing exactly what they needed to. But yeah, All Aim No Brain had me worried there for a second. The second that I heard the plant, I was like, "Ooh, you know, they're coming through A short." Like, but you know, time is not in your favor when you're trying to plant with only, you know, 5 seconds left on the clock. It does take 4 seconds to fully put it down, so it is going to be taking a little bit. But we're going into round 16 here.
Oof. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Sage, dude. already
buds.
pop off just as it begins. Throws out the buddy bomb.
What? Oh, lame, no brain. The brains must be all over the floor now, because Bud's just like shot them all in the face. Third Impact is just finding that rhythm, and they only need 2 more rounds in order to lock up this map before, you know, All Aim No Brain picks the final one.
Oh my goodness, dude. I mean, like, to go from where we were a while ago to now is not something I would have believed if I was staring at the 4-0 that I was a little while ago. This is clinical at this point. Obviously, Third Impact to figure out what they've wanted to find out, and they've fixed it, they've rectified it, and a shot through the smoke. A headshot. Very good awareness on the Sage from All Aim No Brain as well. Breach is really just waiting in the back, trying to make sure he keeps an eye directly in mid, but it seems like they're going to rotate around to C for the most part. Doesn't seem like they're going to stay there for any more longer. They just want to be a little bit more aggressive, push through. Don't want to do too much. Throws out the Sage, slow orb. They don't know that nobody's around there, though. They're just tossing out a bunch of stuff. They know that they might be in garage now. Flashbang actually comes through. The breach might be a little bit too much. Finds 1 kill. They're looking for another. They do find it, but at least one on Third Impact side is going to make sure that they try and do what they can to stop the momentum, but it seems a little bit too late to be stopped, as All Aim No Brain have such a commanding lead during this round.
Yeah, that might be the call for Duck here on Third Impact, to just, you know, waddle away. Don't let him get the pick, you know, save your money. But doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They do find him sitting in the garage, as All Aim No Brain is going to be able to get another round win here.
Oh man, it's just like the thought process of like imagining that. I'm not gonna cast this curse. Not even gonna cast this curse. Nope.
Yeah.
Not even going to. If I've cast this curse something, I've definitely made it as one, but I'm not. No, absolutely not. What matters more than anything is that they recognize that they were able to win that round, and they won it very effectively. Now it's a matter of how do we continue from this point forward and make ourselves more of a threat to the current team that is almost double what we have on the scoreboard. Yeah,
they're just running phantoms now, you know. Just be able to get some pickoffs here, but honestly, that last round I have to give it up to Inksy or on Buds for All Aim No Brain, just being able to get that quick pick early. But they were playing it a lot slower. They want to, you know, maybe take their time, maybe switch up the tempo, you know. There's something that happens a lot, obviously, in basketball and any other sport, really. You get them hitting on a certain beat, you feel a certain rhythm, and then you switch it up on them. You're
right.
Okay. Yep, we were dancing to Eurobeat. Now we're doing a low and slow classical music now. So both these teams playing it very cautiously now, and just kind of going for a more mature game of chess rather than like a fast-paced game of checkers here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like they're rotating around to see long. One of them is already there just to get a good advantage on a lot of other people. Peeking around corners, doesn't see anyone though. So the rest of them are trying to move in. They move in through double doors. They're actually engaging on a fight in mid window, and that's not going to be enough. He comes around a corner. They trade out 1-for-1, which is dope because now it's a 4v4. This is more of an even match for them. Walls off towards garage. They actually make this a 3v3. The numbers and clock are ticking down as the bomb immediately gets planted. We have a 3-for-3 situation right now. The garage being walled off is extremely important because that means they have very limited options of coming through, and they find not 1 but 2 for All Aim No Brain. The cage goes up. They want to try and make sure they fire in there. Don't want to push forward any more than necessary if you're that Brimstone, especially not into the opposing Cypher's cage. They're just watching garage, making sure he's not doing too much of anything. Meanwhile, the Brimstone just seems like he's going to try and save.
Brim getting caught by that trap wire, and he's like, oh, okay, they know where I'm at. All right. Just, as long as he keeps running, Rami will be okay there. As he's continuing on, maybe doing a save. He understands the loss, but that is fine. But, you know, All Aim No Brain clawing their way back.
Yeah.
It's just 11-7 right now. We're going into this, you know, last bit here, hopefully. Third Impact wanting to close this out, tie up the series, and bring it to a map 3. But All Aim No Brain just trying to trying to close it out here. Trying to run with the momentum that they had after those last two.
Yeah, they were definitely looking for better opportunities to use their advantage of the momentum it is that they've been able to get for these last couple of rounds into preceding games after this. It is just a matter of time. It's just patience. Seems like there's at least one person on A. They throw up the cage, but it seems like they're trying to go through A long and A short. Here we go. They're already running. Knives are out. Doesn't care at all. Slow orb goes up. It's about to come crashing down, making it a lot harder for anyone to try and move in. Cypher is stuck in the corner. Doesn't actually get the kill. They manage not only get one on the side of Third Impact, but they get two on the side of All Aim No Brain. This is important because now they bring out the showstopper. They fire it, and that's not going to be enough still. Man, oh man. Such control on the side of All Aim No Brain.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you just like you go in, hit Q, E, and C sometimes maybe just throw everything in there. It's one of those days where you have the leftover omelet, but there's the showstopper gonna be shutting that off. But Graves, it's all gonna be Graves on this brim.
Oh, nice.
Wall him off.
Nice wall. Beautiful wall. Beautiful wall by the Sage right there. Just in case he was short, they made sure that he couldn't go anywhere whatsoever. Just kept such a good lead on that, dude. Very well done by them. Now the score is 12-7. Like you said, it seems like they're trying to take us to a map 3, but it doesn't seem to be the case right now, as All Aim No Brain are definitely trying to claw their way back to victory here.
Yeah, they're just trying to claw their way back. They just have 6 more rounds to take here if they can do it. But Third Impact just looking to finish it off here on this whole defense here. So let's see what they decide to run.
Trying to get a little bit of pre-fire behind the wall. Tries to shoot at one. Doesn't get the shots as they need. They're just firing around the corners. Try to see what's going on, but that's going to be the first kill for All Aim No Brain. It's going to be very unfortunate. They actually get the kill into short. They're going to try and push through. They don't know that actually some people seem to be rotating around, or at least thinking about it for the most part. They take the bomb. Too many people spread out. Smokes are about to get dropped, and got to be a little bit more careful. They don't know he's around the corner to the left. But no, they got to be careful though. A 4-3 already is looking pretty scary if you're all Aim No Brain.
Yeah, All Aim No Brain getting
a
couple more picks here. Third Impact just trying to play it safe here. Oh, but they do get the res.
Tripwire.
Oh, the tripwire. It's going to be able to lock him down, but they do know that they brought him back. They're trying to look for a bomb, buddy. Maybe trying to get him around the corner, but it's going to turn it around.
That is super unfortunate, dude. You get the resurrect off, you go. You just raise him back up. Go, my son. You must bring honor to us. Bring honor to our team in this game right now. You still end up losing the fight. Super unfortunate. Bomb is planted, and now everyone's walking around all over the place, just on the hunt, looking for that last potential member. Not being too aggressive.
Yeah, it's all going to be up to Rami. But you can't call it over till... Okay, it's over. Never mind. I didn't want to jinx it, but, when there's a breach around the corner... Yeah, you're gonna get a quick tap to the spine there. But yeah, still looking for that match point. Third Impact going into this. Meanwhile, All Aim No Brain still clawing their way through.
Yeah, definitely seems like some interesting stuff for sure. They're clawing all right. It is a gradual process for sure.
Yeah, we haven't seen them do the, just run to one spot only. I feel like they have to play it very cautiously coming into these next picks. But the Third Impact going to be able to get a quick pick initially in Garage, and that's going to be able to help them set up for the rest of this. If they just play it slow and steady, they might be able to lock down this map and take it to a third. Potentially.
They have to see if they can, though. They're getting one pick. Has been the pretty big decider so far. It gets shot through the smoke. Just looking for more and more picks. Molotov goes out, but everyone's pushing, trying to be aggressive in their own way, but still unanimously moving as a team. Just chilling for the most part. They're trying to move in. Smokes are up. Drops of the orbital strike down on C. or no, sorry, on A, excuse me. I was getting turned around a little bit, jumps out of the window, gets the shot, but actually ends up losing that trade. We're looking at a 1v2 at this situation, which is not entirely unfeasible. That is the important portion to remember here. It is not impossible to make this 1v2 happen. It's just a matter if all aim, no brains can do such a thing. Oh,
there
my,
it is.
gets one. Was too busy looking at one. Now we're going to a map 3 for the final round.